Okay, today we're working on my 2015 Ram 2500 Cummins with a 6.7 diesel. We're doing an oil change. I learned a hack off of the Cummins forum and I wanted to share that because I haven't really seen it on YouTube. So the first thing I've done is I've released the pressure by opening the oil fill cap. Underneath the truck, I've already got the oil draining. The bottom of the oil pan is a 3/8 inch on the end of your socket. It's just the end, and I like to use an extension just to get a good reach and, you know, drain the oil using the old kitty litter container there just to fill her up. My other oil container is full. Now this brings us to the next part, which is the trick that I learned online, and we'll see if I can get it. I've done it before, but we'll see if I can get it this time on camera here. Please excuse me for my inability to get in here and really get a good look for you. There's the oil filter. The easiest way to come is coming through the passenger side. I know there's a drain spout at the bottom here, right above the steering links, but it is a mess. So what I'm going to be using is a bread bag. So what you do is you take this bread bag and you feed it around the oil filter, and when you release the oil filter, you just let it drop to the bottom of the bag, pinch the bag around the top, and then no oil gets anywhere. I know that Ram designed it so that you could release that and put it down in there, put the oil filter down in there and let the oil drain out, but it's a mess. I don't like having it all over the front of the truck. I don't like it having dripping in my driveway, you know, after I'm done. So what I'm going to do here, see if I can't get this around. I'm gonna have to take my gloves off. Probably. 1 second. Take the gloves off there. Alright, now lift this up. Takes a minute to kind of feed it up around here. You gotta keep the hole and everything you're doing here. I've already pre-loosened the oil filter as well to make sure that, for the sake of the video, that I don't have a mess going on here. There's the opening. Okay, slide it up around. Okay, let's see here. We got her pretty good, I think. Looks like it. Okay, so now we just commence with turning this, and as we get lower and lower here, oh, yep, still got her in the bag. All right, I just double check, triple check, make sure that's in there. Okay. Pretty close now. Alright. I like to push the bag up to the very tippy top in case I drop it. Any of you who have done this before know how long those threads are, and you just let her sink down in the bottom of the bag. There it is. Pinch the top of the bag. Give her a few twists, and then I can just feed her out, and just like that, they have the oil filter in a bag and not a drop of oil anywhere. Now I'll let this drain out in my other oil pan. Simply go up here, put your 3 gallons, your 12 quarts, 14 quarts, or whatever it is, I forget, my math is not the greatest, and just refill the oil. So, when it comes to putting the oil back in, got my Mopar filter here, just because my engine's still under warranty, and that way they can't ever try to tell me that I wasn't using proper equipment, Mopar equipment here. Whether it's good or not, I don't really know, but I like to put a little bit of oil, fresh oil, down in there, even though technically, truthfully, with the new oil pumps, you really probably don't need it, but better be a little bit safe than sorry. And also what that does is it prevents, you know, from a dry startup just in case. So give me a second here. I'm going to set the camera down and do this because I can't do it with one hand. For a second here. I like to get a little of that fresh oil. Go right around the top of that gasket there, or that rubber mating ring, O-ring, so that way we get a good seal. Let me get up in there. Okay. Now, what I'm going to try to do is try to feed this up in here, which can be a real bear. Again, any of you that have done this before know. The other reason I don't like to fill it with oil is then when I stick it in here, jam it between these pipes, I really don't have to worry about it spilling a lot. Now here's the tough part. You want to be careful that when you stick it up in here, you're real careful to get it started straight. And I just hold it real gently and just spin with my fingertips, and it goes right on. Usually. Sometimes it gets a little tougher than that. Now, you don't want to go too awfully tight with it. But you need to get on there and get her seated pretty good. I'll give her one more good turn, and then we'll go top side, and we will put the oil in. So what I'm using today is Valvoline Premium Blue Extreme Full Synthetic Heavy Duty Diesel Oil, 5W40. They informed me that at Napa that it's very difficult to get 15W40 any longer. Apparently last year or last summer they stopped making it. A lot of companies, you can still find it online, I guess, apparently, according to Napa, but it is Cummins recommended, Cummins endorsed, so I guess if it's good enough for them, it's good enough for me. So, you know, get yourself a funnel. Don't forget to put your drain plug in, which I've done, on the bottom of the oil pan. And now you just take your time and put your couple gallons of oil without trying to get it everywhere. One gallon. I don't know if I said it, but my truck is 100% bone stock. The only thing it has is a leveling kit on the front, and I've upgraded to Bilstein 5100 shocks all the way around. I do plan on doing a full delete or potentially a emissions intact tuning, although I am going to get a 5-inch Flow Pro turbo back exhaust in the spring. I'm tired of having a diesel and I can't even hear it when I'm inside the truck. Gallon 2. On the third gallon I like to put in the majority of it. However, I always like to give it a check. Now remember, I do not fill my oil filter all the way up, so I have to account for that as well. So it will suck in about a quart. So now I'll check the oil. Check the dipstick. First time I pull it out, I just like to go ahead and clean it up. Right down in there. Sit for a second. I don't know if you can see that very well. Just the bottom of the old safe zone there. Now, as the oil continues to drain down, that'll come up, but we're in the safe zone. So we'll go ahead and finish this off. That's that. Let oil drain through. Tighten up your cap. I hope everyone is able to use that trick there with the plastic bag around the oil filter. I know it's made my life absolutely so much easier whenever changing the oil. This is Primo Adventures. Give me a subscribe, give me a like on this video. I plan on doing a air filter change video here today, and also I'm going to change the fuel filters. There's one here and there's one underneath the truck. So give me a follow, give me a subscribe, give me a thumbs up. Primo Adventures.